I know that we just had a little bit of a vamp sesh, but I present to you, gentlemen of the board, for your consideration that Fallout is just a reskinned Westworld. And I will present to you now Exhibit A. Exhibit A, Lucy and Dolores, both bright-eyed, innocent, blue-wearing women who are naive about their worlds and then suddenly are faced with the truth and become warriors of vengeance and set out to... Huh?
She can shoot, too.
She can shoot. Yes, she can. Dolores, yeah, absolutely. But an uncanny resemblance here. Both characters are very innocent at the beginning. Both characters are under an illusion about what their world is. And both characters face a rude awakening that turns them vengeful. And that's exactly what we see with both of these characters. So that's Lucy / Dolores. But it gets better, guys. We want to keep on going here. And the next one is the Ghoul and the Man in Black. So when you said, Mike, that the Ghoul was playing the game on God mode, what does that remind you in Westworld? The Man in Black was playing on God mode in the entirety of Westworld. Both of them have no problem with carnage and doing what they have to do to seek their end result. They're both mysterious. They both have guns that seem supernatural. And they are both incredibly OP in the world that they are living in.
Right. And they're trying to make the Ghoul seem like he's the villain, but he's really not the villain.
Oh, he's definitely not the villain. Remember in part one, in our first review, I definitely said he was my favorite character because they want you to not like him because he's ugly. That's about it.
Yes. Well, and in Westworld, the Man in Black has a flashback story arc in the first season with the younger version of himself, just like the Ghoul has a flashback throughout the whole season of the younger version of his self. And it keeps going, guys. It keeps going. Next, I submit to you Maximus and Bernard Shaw.
I knew
both
that was
men. Both men.
Blacks.
Okay, well, that's possible. But both men are working for the bad guys under the assumption or the naivete that they're doing something for the good. And they both figure out through the course of their experience in season 1 that they had been duped all along, and that what they were working for was an oppressive system, and they decide that they don't want to be a part of that system anymore.
And I shouldn't point out the blatant race issue here, right?
What is the race issue?
These naive Negroes is working for the man. Working hard at their 9 to 5, just trying to make ends meet.
Just trying to do right by their families, man. Right. Can't catch a break. Can't catch a break.
It's funny because it is very clear they both really just want to be regular ass people, and it ain't working out.
No, it's definitely not working out for them. They're both
they both work for evil corporations.
Yes, exactly.
They are not evil. They are evil.
Right. Evil. Yes. Well, speaking of the man, we have the next one here, which would be the dad and Anthony Hopkins. Both know the hidden architecture of everybody's fate and what is going on in the background. And both only decide to let that information go at the very end of the show.
I do believe that is Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yes, that's right. Fair enough. Let me put some spec on his name. Sir Anthony Hopkins. Yes. A great man and a great actor, but both of these characters are sort of the ones that have all of the knowledge and don't necessarily give the knowledge out until the end of the show. So, and both are willing to do immoral things in order to push towards the better good. Sir Anthony Hopkins' character definitely was doing immoral things in order to open up Westworld, and Lucy's father obviously did many immoral things in order to keep the vault working.
Well, Sir Hopkins created robots that people have sex with.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Rape. Yeah. And it's okay to do so because they're not people.
Right. Right.
So I'm gonna just leave that right there. You can infer from that whatever you like.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And the dad was a part of a corporation that kind of did the same thing to humans, except that they were humans. So there you go. Yeah. All right. Well, I know that you guys are still reeling and maybe a little bit skeptical about my position that Fallout is just a reskinned Westworld. Next, guys, I present to you. I present to you the final blow, the kill shot, and that is Moldova and Tandy Newton.
More tokens.
The ones that knew the truth the entire time and create a resistance to free the people. Now, unlike Dolores, who is only seeking revenge in Westworld, Maeve wanted to free everybody of the illusion of Westworld and all of the robots, and she wanted to be like the liberator, like Neo from the Matrix, and sort of free everybody from their enslavement, much like Moldova, with wanting to free the enslavement of Vault-Tec and all the corporations. Both lead a resistance, both are badasses with weaponry, and both are sort of instruments for revolution.
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
Why don't you care?
Because I just don't have the energy in me.
Oh, okay. I beat it out of you. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
I can definitely see the parallels that you're making. It's just, what do you want me to do with it?
I don't know. I just wanted to present it to you guys because I think it's just the same show and it's created by the same creator. So I'm just saying that my point is that maybe Fallout isn't as good as everybody thinks it is. Maybe it's just a retread of Westworld.
I think a lot of these shows are exactly that. To be fair, I'm still waiting for Hot D.
Oh my gosh, I'm not. And one bonus one. This is the bonus one here at the end. This is the brother Norm and Elsie Hughes, both unassuming, diminutive characters.
Same person.
Yes, that snoop around in the background to find the ultimate truth, and sort of are unassuming and a little bit meek, but ultimately they're the ones to sort of piece all of the information together and find out what's really happening.
I mean, that's the same person, same face. Look at that. Same person.
It is the same person.
DEI run amok. Look at that.
I feel like you count on him because that looks skinny.
He is pretty thin. But yes, that's my presentation, gentlemen. I again present to you and tell you that Fallout is just a reskin of.
I believe it.
Yep. And it's created. Both are created by Jonathan Nolan. So there you go.